Welcome, everybody, to the Just Saying podcast. This is episode number 9, and today I have with me Redski, the lobster, crab. How you doing, sir?
How's it going? I'm a crab.
He's like, I'm a crab, damn it. I'm a crab.
I'll never stop giving you problems for that.
I'm sorry. Every time I look at it, I think of lobster. Listen, I didn't grow up with SpongeBob, so it's like, it's SpongeBob.
That's fair. That's a good excuse. Don't worry.
Right, because SpongeBob is not ingrained into my head like everybody else, you know. I'm a boomer. Remember that. Gen X. I'm the lost generation nobody ever talks about. So, how are you doing today, Mr. Redski?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. And, why don't you tell everyone who doesn't know what your channel is about? Why don't you tell them what you do on your channel, etc., etc.?
I'm just like I guess you can call me a commentary channel, because I comment on stuff. I just, I kind of do my own thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You blew up with that Repzilla video, which I actually covered on my channel. That's actually how I met you, by covering that video on my channel.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that. That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a really, really good video, and I remember the first time I saw it, it had, I want to say like 2,000 views, but you weren't even at 1,000 subs yet. And I was like, how is he not at 1,000 subs? And then by the time I reviewed it on my channel, you were past me, and I'm like, okay, well, this blew up, and it's got, what, 250,000 views now or something?
Almost. I think it's like at 240 right now, but I'm sure by the time this goes up, it'll surpass that.
Yeah, because you were up there. You were, I know it was definitely past 200K views. That was a really, 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 really good video. What made you do that video? Like, what made you, because everybody knows about the Primic video.
Yeah.
Every time you talk about Repzilla, there's going to be at least 10 people in the comment section or in the chat if you're doing a live stream. Oh, you should watch the Primic video. You should watch the Primic video. What made you do this video?
Funny thing is, I did not know about the Primic video until I started doing research for this Repzilla stuff. So basically, the Nick Diorio debate, I think, is where it kind of really struck me. I'm like, wow, this dude is a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. And I heard Nick reference, like, Primic. Same with Tommy C. I heard Tommy C mention Primic a couple times. And so I was like, who's Primic? Like, I hear his name pop up. Like, what's his deal? Like, he obviously made a big video. And then I see this big video on Repzilla that was released like 2 years ago. I'm like, why is nobody talking about this?
That's crazy, because every time you mention Repzilla, somebody says Primic somewhere, either in the chat or somewhere.
The only time I would hear people mention Primic, it was from creators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Who knew about the situation. So I watched the video and I was like, holy shit, he's worse than I thought. Like, how is he getting away with this? And I started comparing some of that behavior that was documented by Primic, and I saw that he was still doing a lot of that shit. And then I was seeing like tweets from him where he was like, I'll be better. Like, I know I screwed up on this video or whatever. And he was doing that a lot. So I was like, you know what? I think this needs like an update. Like, this is 2 years ago. Let's kind of do a little comparison, a side by side, if you will, on this whole situation.
Okay, so it was basically an update. Yeah, it was.
Well, yeah, it was heavily inspired by the Primic stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I noticed that he hasn't uploaded in a month. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, well,
I have my theories, but I want to hear your theory first.
Well, my theory is basically based on what I've heard him say in that Petty Page live stream. Mm-hmm. And what I'm being told is that he is basically working on a response to my video. And that's why he's been gone for so long.
Really?
But I want to hear your theory, because I'm also hearing that he isn't making that.
Well, I don't know, because I don't really know a lot of inside people in that community. So this isn't based off of hearsay with me or anybody telling me anything. This is based off what I saw out in the wild, in the open of Twitter. What I was thinking was maybe he was laying low because he saw how hard everybody went for Belle. And he was heavily connected to Belle.
You know, I wouldn't put it... That's a valid theory. I mean, you see him in these other situations from the past. He would lay low in situations where he was basically the focus of attention. Like when Primick, he left the internet or whatever to go do real life stuff. And it was like 2 days after this live stream that he had with Repzilla where he kind of like grilled him a little bit. And Repzilla basically came back and walked everything back after he had apologized.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Okay, so Belle was getting all the heat. And then, you know, like Diorio described, and I remember this in real time. He went on to Tommy's stream, and I'm sorry, I still believe he bent the knee to Tommy. And
Repzilla?
Yeah, Repzilla did.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he definitely bent the knee to... Yeah, it was. I was like, ooh, okay. And then Tommy's stream got struck down because he reviewed that Edwin video, and that got the privacy strikes and stuff.
I don't think that was anything with Repzilla. That was because of the weird Edwin hacker or something like that.
That was the whole Edwin thing. But that was attached to that live stream. So basically, when it got struck down, there was no live stream. That part of the live stream wasn't there anymore. So then he basically took everything back, what he said in that live stream on Twitter. And then,
I saw that in real time as well.
I was like, Repzilla, what are you doing, dude?
It was egregious.
I was like, what are you doing, dude? And then Edwin fired up his live stream. Edwin started to go in on Gabby Hanna. Then Nicholas Diorio jumped in. And then Nicholas Diorio actually went up there to talk to Edwin about what Edwin was about to say. And then Repzilla, boom, it ended up becoming Diorio and Repzilla.
Yeah, and I think I noted that in my video too, is Nick was on there to talk to Edwin. Repzilla inserted himself into that situation.
Yeah. And then, so after that, then stuff started getting heavy against Belle with the Eugenia Cooney stuff. And he is heavily attached to Belle. All right. They're known as a team.
And they've been a team since January or something.
They've been a team for a while. And then, on top of all that, and Belle getting all this shit, and Petty Page doing her live, and he jumped on Petty Page's live, and I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? And then, I think what put the nail in the coffin to him was the Assman stuff. Because he ended up, he did know about it.
Yeah, and we speculated. We're like, well, maybe we'll give him the benefit, but then I think it was either Des or Emmy.
Emmy
it was
put
one
it
of
out.
The two.
Emmy's the one who attached it to her main thread.
Yeah.
And I think that really put the nail in the coffin. Because before it was Belle was like, well, I'll talk to Repzilla about it. Well, we had no proof that she talked to him about it or anything. And then all of a sudden, here comes this proof that one of the girls talked to Repzilla, so he did know about it.
Yeah, and there was screenshot proof that he even he saw the message.
Yes, and
I chose to ignore it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, and of course this is a theory. I don't know for a fact because again, I don't have insider knowledge with these people. But I think he's laying low because right now everybody's kind of quiet about Repzilla. Yeah, we had that video by Craig Beckett that you told me it was. Was that his name? Because I know I watched it. Craig Beckett. Yeah. Craig Beckett came out with a video on Repzilla, pretty much regurgitating the same stuff you were saying. And,
yeah, I mean, I like the delivery of it.
But besides that, though, nobody's really talking about Repzilla. Everybody's leaving him alone. So, and he's going to be coming back soon because this is his job. And AdSense is getting ready to be at its highest point. So he's got to come back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, here's the thing. The reason why people aren't really going hard at him anymore is because one, I think it's a burnout. I mean, I've been there. I'm feeling the burnout right now.
Oh yeah.
But second of all, there's nothing he's done recently outside of that, like the
because he's
Pastel
not
Bell
fighting.
Eugenia Cooney stuff. Yeah.
He's not fighting with anyone. He's not arguing with anyone. He's not.
But
I
assure you, he'll do something like that when he comes back, which will get more attention on him again. I'm gonna be honest. I know it's on. we're on the air, but there's people keeping tabs. There's people who are watching his moves right now.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
that I know of.
But you know what? Quite honestly, I mean, he's a bigger channel. There's always going to be somebody watching him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's like a lot more than just like a couple people watching him, from what I've heard.
Well, I mean, you know, I believe it. I totally believe it. I don't know. I just think he's laying low right now, and when he comes back, he's gonna try to show changed behavior. And then eventually he's just going to fall right back into what he did before.
Well, here's the thing. He's been deleting stuff still. Yeah. Like, he deletes videos, and I've been told he's deleting videos that he knows will A, either get him in trouble, or B, videos that will show that he's had bad takes or whatever. And, like, stuff that he quote-unquote doesn't agree with, because you know how he kind of walked back the Gabby Hanna stuff again, and he's like, we needed the full context or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who he said this to, but he said to somebody in a private call that he believes that Gabby Hanna is truly evil, and that he will stop at nothing to, like, prove it to people.
No. Is the person who told you this, are they reliable?
Yes, they're very reliable.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Well, I mean, I don't know about being... I mean, Gabby Hanna's
like,
problematic, but I don't know about being truly evil.
Yeah, no, like, I don't think he's gonna make another video on... Well, actually, no, he probably will. But, I don't think... He just was saying that he's like, I think she's, like, truly a YouTube villain, and she needs to be, like... People need to know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh. That's kind of harsh.
Well, what do you expect from the dude who harassed Eugenia Cooney nonstop and then started deleting videos when it was convenient for him?
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Videos have you noticed? What videos he's been deleting?
I've been well, there was a batch of them recently that people have been trying to go back into the archives and look. But a lot of them have to do with his stalker, his quote-unquote stalker, the one that he got all up with his panties in a bunch about, the one that I called out.
Right. Oh. Why would
So I don't know what it is
those?
with that.
Whoa.
I mean, I wouldn't know, and I'm not going to get into speculation publicly. Yeah. We can talk about it later, but I couldn't tell you. A lot of them are Eugenia Cooney related.
We knew about
Actually, funny thing, I think this stream is still up with Toy Bounty Hunters, but we had a stream where we were talking about the Asman stuff with, and I think we were talking about Willie Mac or something, because Willie Mac decided to hop into the call towards the end, and we were talking about, like, Repzilla, and how he had that call with Tipster, Repzilla, and Belle.
Yeah.
And he sees this, because we're going through Repzilla's videos, and there's the video titled, what was it now? It was like, Eugenia Cooney flashes the internet. And Willie says, oh my God, I think he was supposed to take that one. Like, he apparently, like, told Willie, I'll take that one down.
Oh.
So and again, Willie said he could have been misremembering or something like that. But in that call, he was like, hold up. I thought Repzilla was going to delete, because apparently Repzilla was like, yeah, I'll delete these videos, like, I don't stand by them anymore or something like that. But he put them back up after they were privated.
Okay, I was about to say, maybe he forgot to do... Well, I was thinking maybe he forgot to do that one, because, I mean, there were quite a few, so...
Yeah, but, like, I have noticed that more Eugenia videos that were old are popping back up on his channel again. So something... And I've heard from people, but I never got, like, confirmation, so until now, that what he does is he'll private videos that are problematic, and then he'll just put them publicly again when the heat's off of him.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a thing, I guess. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I'm fully expecting him to be back. Okay, Thanksgiving is this Thursday, so I am fully thinking he's going to be back either in the next couple of days or right after Thanksgiving because AdSense.
Really?
Well, I would think so because of AdSense. Because now the AdSense is getting better. And doesn't it? And it gets better right after Thanksgiving, I think, or it's getting better right now.
Well, yeah, I think it's right now because of Black Friday.
Yeah, because of Black Friday.
So there's going to be a shit ton of ads coming in.
So I think it's going to be in a couple of days, or it's going to be right after Thanksgiving. But I think he's coming back really soon. I mean, if this is his job, I would think that's what he would be doing because, I mean, boils down to it, I mean, he needs money. I mean, people need money. For
everybody,
rent. Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, one thing about Repzilla, you know, he ticks me off with this stuff, but I mean, do I think he needs to leave the platform? I don't think I don't think he needs to leave the platform. I just think that he has made some disingenuous takes.
Yeah, like, honestly, that's my huge criticism of him, and it's kind of like the closing statement of my video, is it's like, if you aren't mature, because I've seen him multiple times make videos, like the Keemstar dates a 20-year-old child. Instead of changing the title, he deleted the entire thing, and then made a response video talking about how making that video led to Keemstar dislike bombing his video, like Keemstar fans dislike bombing his video, even though the ratio was still positively in his favor.
And all he had to do was change the title.
Yeah, no, literally. But the thing was, he got like 200 dislikes or something like that, and the like to dislike ratio was like 95% or something. Like, it was very high.
If the like and dislike ratio was not, if it was 95%, there was no reason to delete that video.
Yeah, no, I honestly, like, I really honestly think he just got some kind of weird enjoyment out of complaining about something. But yeah, no, I mean, my criticism is just, if you aren't mature enough to, because yeah, so he was deleting these videos, and then he's always saying like, I'll do better, and it happened like almost every week. He was saying he'd do better because he got criticism on something. It's just like, if you aren't mature enough to handle the type of serious stuff you're talking about, maybe you need to shift your content to something different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I can kind of agree with that. I think he needs to. What I think he needs to do is he needs to stop going off on how other people feel about things. I think he did a lot of his videos based on how other people felt and not how he felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Well, here's the thing that I've been told. He feels whatever the popular opinion is. And I think you probably know that already, but he doesn't really necessarily, like, his opinions and his, like, personal feelings are based off of what will make the most money. Like, I'm sure he has, like, deep down, like, because here's what I've been told, okay? I'm gonna, like,
so basically, well, yeah, go ahead and say what you're told now, and I'll say.
Because this person who also told me about the other stuff, they said about the Gabby Hanna stuff, they said that he believes that he's like, he perceives things, and the person told me, they're like, Repzilla perceives things a certain way. And the reason he's getting criticism is that people just don't understand him. And that, like, he knows, like, he believes he's in the right, and that other people just don't understand him. And then when people ask for receipts, he gets scared. So that's why he hasn't provided receipts, is because he's afraid people won't believe him.
You know, it kind of seems like, to me, there's that saying of like influencers being a slave to their audience.
He's legitimately a slave to his audience, and the type of audience he cultivated is extremely vindictive and toxic, which I'm sure has an effect on his perception of things as well. Like, I'll kind of give the benefit of the doubt on that. Like, I've seen how his audience is towards other people. I mean, for the love of God, they've been going at Eugenia Cooney ever since she's been on this platform, pretty much.
Right.
But again, I think that's mostly on him as well, because he made the choice, because he didn't cultivate that quote unquote T channel audience until he started covering those topics. He used to be a gaming channel.
Yeah.
And he used to be somebody who honestly was a lot more authentic and genuine back in those days. And I think the audience that he made the choice to cultivate that outrage audience because it was beneficial to him. He's like, this makes the most money. You know.
Well, and it did become a job for him, and that's how he made his money. It just seemed like to me, if you cultivate an audience like that, like whatever audience you cultivate, it's going to bite, especially if it's more of a negative way. It's eventually going to bite you in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
It's eventually going to bite you right in the ass.
And that's exactly what it did to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. That's what it did to him, which is actually sad, because here's my thing.
It is.
I think Repzilla could make some great content.
I'm sure.
Listen, when he covered the Davi Vanity stuff, I thought he did good. I really thought he did good.
That's literally what I thought. Like with the mini lad stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But then you do take a look at those situations, and those are situations that are objectively terrible. Like there is absolutely no way you can go wrong with the stance that you take.
True.
Like Davi Vanity is legitimately creepy.
Yeah.
Mini lad is legitimately a pedophile. I mean, those are factual statements.
Yeah.
But when he goes into the territory of people like Call Me Carson, for example, saying Call Me Carson is worse than Mini lad, like, or Keemstar is dating a child.
Yeah. That's that outrage mob. He was pandering to. He was pandering to the outrage mob. Mom. Oh my God. Outrage mob. I'm sure some of them are moms though, but I mean outrage mob.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this. When is your new video coming out? Because quite honestly, I am super excited about this video. You're doing what, the iceberg of Elder Scrolls?
God. Yeah, I like actually before you called, I was working a little bit on it too. It's taking a really long time for a couple of reasons. One of them is school, obviously, because finals are creeping up on me, and that's like, takes a lot of time takes up a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
But this video, a lot of the video clips, actually, I'd say like 90% of them are all filmed by me.
Mm-hmm.
So like I need to basically run around these games looking for like the perfect like height, the perfect angle on what I'm going to clip.
So are you clipping from like all the games, like Morrowind and Skyrim and Oblivion, or
just the Morrowind, Skyrim, and Oblivion in the online?
Oh my God, that's gonna be amazing! Because I played them all.
That's why it's taking so long. And the other thing that makes that's taking a long time is the fact that the iceberg's so goddamn big.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. It definitely is. There's a lot of lore with those games.
Well, so I'm done with like the script and everything.
Okay,
and again, I'm breaking it up into parts. So I'm only working on like the tip of the iceberg right now. The tip of the iceberg took up 11 pages of script for me to write out. Like,
oh my God.
It's a big project, but it's one that I'm going to enjoy doing because it's a passion project, and it's something that's a little different from the drama. It'll be a nice little break for people who want that.
Hell yeah.
And
dude.
Then
I'm super excited
and I'll go back to
for
doing
it.
Stuff with the drama stuff eventually, but
there's nothing wrong with that because it's your YouTube channel, and if you want to do a passion project like that, who gives a shit? I am so excited for it because I love Elder Scrolls. I love Elder Scrolls. It is like my number 2 when it comes to like series and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And my husband and I have been talking about how we're going to put my Xbox in here so I can get online and play ESO with you. Just saying.
You're caving in just like I told you.
Yeah, I'm coming back, baby. I just don't know how yet. We're going to figure it out. We're going to do some searches on Google to figure out how I can do it. But I am coming back, so don't you worry.
Well, I'll be looking forward to it. Don't worry.
Yes, I am so excited. But yeah, I'm so excited for your next video. Because when you told me about it, I was like, Because when I was on stream with you and you were showing me all the stuff in ESO now, in ESO currently, I was like, oh my god, they have dragons now. You can make a loadout now. Oh my god, what am I going to do? I need to come back.
I actually just made a tank loadout yesterday that I'm testing out.
Oh, did
it's working
you really?
pretty well.
Well, I started looking up metas for tanks and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm already starting to do my homework on it.
Well, that's the thing you need when you start a game like this is you have to do the homework.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Unless you're starting from the very beginning, like your first time on there, you can just play around for a little bit, do the story quests and stuff. But I'm walking into, okay, I know what I have, I know what level I am, I know what level I need to be, I have all these dungeons I haven't done before, I haven't done this, that, and the other, oh my god. It's almost like I'm starting over, but not starting over. It's really weird. I'm in a weird predicament.
Yeah, it's a position that's very uncomfortable sometimes, because I've been there before. Yeah.
But I am super excited about it. I cannot wait. Like I have to come back to ESO because honestly, that was the one MMO that I ever played that I was just so addicted to it. Like even if I didn't feel like running dungeons or running trials one day, I would literally spend like 6 to 8 hours just running around farming.
Well, yeah, there's 100 other things you can do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I log off some nights and I'm like, damn it, I was gonna do that, or I should have done that, or something like that. Because, there's just so much you can do in the game, and you can never go wrong. Because while it might feel like a waste of time to some people, I think it's worth every minute.
Well, I know people that and that's the one thing I love about that game. There's something for everyone. If you don't want to run trials, you don't have to do in-game stuff. You don't have to.
Oh, absolutely.
You can just do dungeons. I know people that the only thing they do in that game is play PvP. I know people that the only thing they do in that game is they sell and trade. And that's all they do. It has something for everyone. You don't have to play it a linear way. You can play it however the hell you want. And
and especially with the newer updates now, they've made it even less linear. In terms, you get to pick where you start.
You know, I almost want to make a new character just to do that.
I know I am. I'm gonna, at some point, that's another, I guess, content thing that I might do in the future, is somebody asked if I was gonna do, a live stream series where I do a speed run of everything, which, a game like that, speed run, it'll be difficult to do just because it'll take a long time, but it's definitely something worth a shot.
I think it would be awesome. I would be there for it. Just saying. I would be there for it. And if I wasn't there in the live stream, I would definitely watch the replay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I am there for it. I love it. No, I'm so excited for that video to come out. I cannot wait for you to come out with that video.
I am too. So what I'm doing, because it renders better if I process it into smaller clips, it's about I'm estimating about an hour. It's going to be around the same length as the Repzilla video. That's how long it is.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but what I've been doing is I've been separating them into 2-minute clips each, just so the rendering time on the Premiere Pro is better.
Right.
Just because I try to save up the lag and everything. But I've gotten I'd say 11 fully rendered clips done with. And I have to say, it's looking pretty good.
Oh, I'm so excited! Okay, so let me ask you this, because I didn't ask you in the beginning. I normally do. What made you start a YouTube channel?
Wow, that's a good question. It's interesting. I used to have a YouTube gameplay, silent gameplay channel, maybe 2017, something like that. It didn't really go anywhere. I didn't really upload on it much. I kind of got bored with it, so I basically deleted it and everything. But what got me into commentary was a lot of the daily commentators with the gameplay stuff. You can kind of see that inspiration on my earlier videos. But for the most part, what got me into the commentary that I'm at right now, a lot of that inspiration was from Nicholas Diorio, Turkey Tom, Augie, basically the commentary bros is what you'd call them.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I definitely saw the inspiration in your Repzilla video. Definitely saw that. So, yeah. No, it makes total sense. All right, well, that is going to be the end. Say goodbye to everybody, Mr. Redski.
See you later, Xylie. And Xylie's audience.
All right, guys, and we're going to get out of here. This has been number 9 of the Just Saying podcast, and we will see y'all in a live stream later. Bye.
Awesome.